Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Alright guys, how's it going today? So, I'm just trying something with some vice grips, just to see if maybe I'll hold my phone up a little bit higher. But unfortunately they're not quite wide enough, so you guys tend to kind of lean, which I don't like. I'm not a big fan of that. Yeah, so that was just never going to work for you guys, I don't think. I gotta get a... These are the biggest ones I got, too. But I gotta figure something out for here in the shop, so I have something better for you guys to actually mount on. Even if I could just screw it into the wood, it'd be alright. Because it'll stay here in the shop. So, yeah, of course, you know, I'm trying out the heated gloves again. She's a little cold out, but it's not... It's been colder, but... No, apparently it's only... It's only -4 out there with that wind. And it's kind of surprising because it's a south wind. And for some reason the south wind is cold. So I don't know how to make sense of it, but it is what it is, I guess. So sun's kind of you know, it's poking through, but what do, you know? So yeah, so this is just going to be kind of a rant video, just because I'm just going to shut that off for now, I think. Yeah, so what am I going to bitch about today? Well, I didn't figure it out right away at first, and now I got to put my sunglasses on because the light is extremely bright, because once again the sun is glaring off the snow and it's making things difficult to see. Not that there's nothing to see out there, but it's just hard on my eyes regardless. So, but yeah, so I think it's been there for a few months now. I just didn't notice it right away until, well, it would have been the last time I went shopping. But I really wasn't 100% sure, and I have to be careful what I'm doing because obviously cars could get in the way, and I don't need to get rear-ended by somebody that's not paying attention. But I went shopping today, took some money out of my bank account, went and got some 80-90 oil from the gas station. When you go between my town and the town where my bank is at, there's another little town there. It's a really small town. I think there's less than 40 people living in that town. I think. I'd have to read the sign again. But that's probably not accurate because I think they only update that every 10 years or so. But so anyways, when you're going down that road, so you're basically going south. It would, when you first go in, I'll show a video of it too, because I took a video of it. Actually, I took that video coming back, you know, or going north, because I was coming home, obviously. It would be, when you're coming home, it'd be the last pole on that street, you know, on the main road there, just as you would leave town. You'll see it in the video. You'll see what I'm talking about. But on that fucking pole, I didn't know what it was. I thought maybe they were going to put something there. You know, like maybe the town was going to put something there, you know, like some kind of a light or something. I don't know. So they got a solar panel sitting up there. Okay, well, I again just figured maybe it was going to be some kind of a light that they were going to put there, you know, for the holidays or something, right? You know, or just whatever. No, what it is, it's a goddamn license plate reader. A camera that takes pictures of your license plate, which first of all, I'm actually kind of shocked that they even have one here. I guess all things considered, you know, living so close to the border, you know, and I guess cars can get stolen or whatever, I don't know. Now, there's a lot of people that, well, around here, I don't know. I don't know what people think about it around here. And honestly, I kind of would like them to leave a comment on my video and tell me, because it would be kind of interesting to see their take on it. Me, I'm against it. I don't like it. And I'll explain why. But basically what it is, I got to explain what it is to those that don't know what the hell it is. It's a license plate reader. So what it does is it takes a picture of your vehicle and it takes a picture of your license plate. So basically that's used for if your car has been reported stolen, they can help find it easier. If your car has been used in a crime of some kind, you know, then they'll be able to track its location a little bit better. But the problem is, you know, and maybe that's all a good thing in a way, you know, like, yeah, cars, I mean, even around here, cars get stolen, you know. I mean, it's very rare that it happens, but it has happened in the past. Cars have gotten stolen around here. It's, like I said, it's very rare, though, but it can happen. So, the thing is, though, is that when they take a picture of your license plate and the make and, you know, they'll get the make and the model of your Blazer, because they can just obviously tell that. That will automatically get uploaded to a server, which then goes to a database, which is owned by either, I don't know if it's owned by the local police department here, or if it's like the main one down in Minneapolis, where the heart of everything is at in the state of Minnesota. You want something done in Minnesota, it's got to go through Minneapolis, which is like basically, you know, you could say the heart of the state. That's where everything gets sent. Everything that I've had to ever deal with, like even getting my Blazer, you know, street legal, even though I've had to go to the courthouse here, I've also had to go and send stuff down to Minneapolis. And that's just so, you know, they know that the Blazer is here and so and whatever, you know, and you have to pay a fee, which cost me, like, to get my vehicle legal in Minnesota cost me right around $1,000, if not a little over, which I think was a ripoff, considering that the Blazer is only, well, it's a 2012, and they base it off the year and then your mileage and whatever else, so they dinky on that. I don't know if you would have to do that if the Blazer was technically already a Minnesota car. Because see, this was originally a North Dakota car that comes from North Dakota. Everything I buy comes from North Dakota for some reason. But, I mean, it's just where it happens. That's where all the good deals are at when you want to buy shit. So here in Minnesota, you get fucking, there's no nice word. You get raped. If you come into Minnesota to buy shit, you get raped immediately. So, food, you know, whatever. Price of gas went up a little bit. I see it's $2.74 now. It was $2.69 for a while. Whatever, it only went up a few cents. So, but it's still pretty cheap compared to what it's been in the past years. But yeah, so, but we'll get back to the license plate reader. Like I said, when it takes a picture, it gets put onto a database system, and then the cops have access to that. Okay, well, that gets stored on a computer, a hard drive of some kind, okay? Now, I don't know if you've been aware of things that have been going on over the last 3 years, but shit like that gets hacked all the time, okay? Even Facebook. Facebook's been hacked. AT&T, they were hacked, I think, this past year. There's been many other companies, they've been hacked by cyber attacks, and stuff like that. Again, to get your private information. I feel like by having my license plate number, the make and model of my Blazer on data, it has just opened up a whole new set of crime. Because if you get a cyber attack on that data system, okay, they have my make and model of my Blazer, they have my license plate number. Okay, so what does that tell you? Okay, well, if I happen to be the sucker that they pick, all they got to do is go buy another exact twin to my Blazer. Now, my Blazer has some things on it that obviously will stand out to others. I mean, to commit a crime using, my Blazer and my license plate, there's a lot of other things they would have to do. I mean, for one, they would have to get the exact same rims that I have. And then they would have to put these antennas on my vehicle, or on their vehicle. Now, I don't know how good of a picture it takes of my Blazer. I don't know if they could zoom in enough to read the type of CB antenna I'm reading. Of course, now if that's facing the wrong way, you're not going to get shit. But, to really pinpoint my vehicle, they would have to really get every single detail, And I think if they're going to steal my identity at this point, they're not going to really probably go all out. They're just what they're going to do is they're going to make a copy of my plate. They'll make a fake version of my plate and just go buy another Blazer exactly like mine, same paint job and everything. And then they'll pin it on me. And then they'll say, well, this guy did it, Now, of course, I can fight that. I can dispute it, whatever. I can hire a lawyer, all that good stuff. But that's just what I don't like. And I don't like being tracked, I don't like people, I'm on the internet, whatever. I'm on the internet. I make YouTube videos, whatever. It's just, by taking a picture of my license plate, you're just putting me on another server and a database system that can just be easily hacked, And they're taking pictures of my plate all the time. I mean, they're taking pictures of everybody's plate that comes through that fucking town, but it's just, I know some people are going to think, oh, well, you don't have no privacy rights when you're on a public roadway. Well, yeah, I do, because you're taking pictures of my plate without my permission. You need my permission to do so, especially from the government side of stuff. If you're a normal person, it probably would be under a different set of rules. But if you're a cop, or this or that or whatever, or some type of a government person, then I feel like you would fall under a different set of rules. But you still don't need to be taking pictures of my shit. So, I'm actually kind of blown away that they even have one here. Because usually they want them in big cities, not out in the middle of fucking nowhere. So, I understand that there's a lot of things going on here at the border. Then put it up by the fucking border, I don't go to the border that often. So, again, when you go to the border, even the one that's closed, that's abandoned, they got cameras and shit, that's taking pictures, and yada, yada, yada. But that's not putting on a data. That's not really being put on a data system. That's just more or less for the Border Patrol. And I think once they look through it and they realize, well, this guy's not doing anything, I don't care, they just delete it, Whereas these fuckheads, I don't think they would. They're just going to save it. They're going to keep it somewhere on a system and then, track my movements. I'm just against it. At the end of the day, I'm just against it. I don't give a fuck. We don't need them. So, things are going, if they continue to keep that camera, which they probably will, unless there's enough of an argument around here that people are willing to fight back. There are some things that are going to happen. Now this has been going on all summer long. I think that's been there for well over a year now, and I didn't really pay attention to it until I came across a video on YouTube, which, if I remember, I'll insert it here in the video. They have, I think this was actually down in Oklahoma too. They have these license plate readers as well, and I think that they're actually wanting them removed.
Automatic license plate readers like these. I spoke to the Pryor police chief and mayor, who tell me that without them, catching criminals would be much harder.
Two things that the city of Pryor really wants to keep in mind and provide for our people are safety and quality of life.
Mayor Zach Doyle tells me the city of Pryor installed these automatic license plate readers around a year ago to increase security in the area. He says the cameras are designed to help with missing persons cases and Amber Alerts, as well as find wanted suspects and stolen vehicles.
Those resources have been tremendously useful in catching and apprehending people that would have been otherwise untraceable.
In fact, 2 News' Samson Tamajani covered the case of a hit and run in September that killed a 15-year-old in Mays County. Police say they were able to track down the semi-truck driver who hit him using license plate readers. However, the Oklahoma Department of Transportation is asking cities with these readers to take them off state highway rights-of-way after privacy concerns arose.
When you're on a public roadway, out in public view, there's no expectation of privacy.
Besides that, Pryor Police Chief Jeremy Cantrell isn't sure ODOT has the authority to make the city remove the cameras. That's because he says the city owns the utility poles they are mounted onto, not the state.
I think there's some gray area there as far as whether that's ODOT policy, whether it's political push, whatever they're getting. But my main concern is public safety. As an elected police chief, I'm here to ensure that I can do the best job.
Because of this gray area, Pryor city leaders want clarification before removing the cameras.
What we want to do is we want to make sure that we're following the law. In order to follow that law, we need clear and precise direction as to what that law is exactly.
Mayor Doyle and Chief Cantrell are still working with ODOT to get answers about their specific situation. In Pryor, Isabel Flores, 2 News, Oklahoma.
Like, the people want them removed. I think the mayor and whatever, those people, they want that shit removed from their town. Because they believe also it's against privacy rights. It's just another way for the government to fucking track our every goddamn movement. It's bad enough that, like AT&T and other cell carriers, they're tracking my movements with my phone, I mean, I guess I could turn my phone off, then they really shouldn't be able to track you that way. But then I'm not going to receive phone calls, and I'm not going to be able to record videos if I need to record something. So my phone always has to be on standby. It can't be shut off just whenever. So, but I don't know if half the people around here even know what that is. And if you don't know, now you do. And I don't know if you agree with it or if you disagree with it. But I'm against it. I don't need to be tracked. I don't need people knowing my license plate number, especially like the government. I don't need my license plate number sitting on a database because that'll never get deleted. It'll just get overridden every time I come through town. It'll just get an update picture, So, well, I guess until the community decides to put a stop to it, which they probably won't because they're going to be all for it because of what goes on at the border. Okay, then put the camera up by the border then. I don't spend much time at the border anyway, so I don't really care what they put up for cameras over there. Or what they should have done is they should have put that further south of town of where my bank is at. They should have put it on the south side. Because I hardly ever go south of that town, There's another John Deere dealer past that town, but that's a little ways away. And I haven't done business with them in years, so I don't really have a reason to go out that way. Unless I was going to buy a piece of equipment from them, then that would be my reason to go out there. But the time I ever get around to actually wanting to buy anything from them, it would have already been sold. So I don't even care about it. So, but yeah, I'm against it. I don't like being tracked. I don't like them knowing my license plate number. You know, like, it's really just against privacy. You know, I know some people are gonna argue and be like, well, you don't have privacy rights on a public roadway. You kind of do, because technically the vehicle is private property. You know, so so what can I do? What can anybody do to avoid this? As of right now, there's really only two choices. Well, I'm trying to remember now if there. I can't remember now. But I think the one choice was to go around the camera, like going on a back road. I think there might have been one back road that you can take before you get in front of the camera, but I can't remember now. But it's on the video. You'll see the video if you see. I can't remember now. Like I said, if it was before the camera or after the camera, but there's another back road that you can take that'll get you around the camera. You would just go through the back side of town, which will delay my traveling, but I think that's the only way I can get around that camera. And then the other thing is get a license plate blocker. Now, they're illegal, but a lot of them are illegal. But the thing is that people use the wrong ones. Now, the ones that I found, which are actually they're really good. They're going to be really good because not only just for not letting the cameras pick my license plate number up, but if I wanted to make YouTube videos or something, take special pictures, whatever, and I don't want my license plate in there, I can just block it out, right? Okay, well, these blockers, and I don't know how good they are. On video, they show up pretty good. You know, there are videos of these in use. But basically what it is you would put your license plate inside this bracket, and it actually needs 12 volt. You have to power it. And you have a little remote, and it turns it on and off. So what it does is when you turn it on, it completely blacks out your license plate. And then you can turn it off to unblock your license plate. So, you know, just be a quick, simple push of the button, and then your license plate would be blocked. It would be blacked out, or it wouldn't be, just depending on your use, right? So, but I don't know. I just personally, but those license plate blockers, they're quite expensive. I think they're well up to. Well, if you can get them on sale, you can get them for a little bit cheaper. But I think they're right around $200, and that's just for one. You would have to have one for the front plate too. So, in some states, you can just have just a license plate on the back. Here in Minnesota, you have to have the front and the back. I think it's the same way in North Dakota too. You have to have a front and a rear license plate. Well, then you'd have to have two of those fucking things. So that's the only way you could block out your license plate and then not piss everybody else off. You know, because I think it's ridiculous. I'm against it, but if I'm going to have anybody on my side, I don't know. So because we don't need our license plate taken, you know. All you're going to do with it is just fucking stalk everybody and, you know, run our license plate, and then, you know, you're just going to keep an eye on us, you know. Because, I mean, yeah, I don't know. The cops always say, too, that, you know, they're doing this for safety and they can track vehicles better that way. Yeah, you can track vehicles all right, but you're not going to be tracking the wrong ones. You're going to be tracking everybody. They're just tracking the bad guys as their bullshit excuse to get around it. You know, so I just think it's a fucking ridiculous thing. You know, so. But to actually have one here, I'm actually kind of surprised. Because usually you see them things all over the cities, you know. So, I don't know who paid for this. I'm guessing I did with my tax money, which I did not agree to. And they really should let the public know that there's cameras here. I never got a letter in the mail. I follow my local police department on Facebook. They could have said something. They didn't say a fucking damn thing about it. You know, like, I think we should at least be informed about these damn stupid things. But, I don't know. I don't know what people think around here. I guess just some people think, whatever, nobody cares. You know, and there's probably going to be a few that are going to be on my side and just be like, whatever. But, you know, we're never going to ever team up together and start some kind of a movement to get these things out of here. You know, it's just, it takes a team to get shit done. One person can't do it. The only way one person could ever hold that much power to actually change stuff, you'd probably have to have a couple million subscribers on YouTube or whatever on Facebook. You know, you have to have a couple million followers on Facebook. Because then that's getting their attention too. You know. Because then I could put people on blast, like my local police department, I could put them on blast. Then all my followers and stuff, they would call them up and tell them off too. Like, oh, no, this is wrong, this is against so-and-so rights and yada, yada, yada. Like, you know, you have more power when you have a bigger fan base. But when you're a guy like me and your fan base is very slow or very small, you know, I don't really have much power over anything. So, but if there's a few other people in this community like me, you know, then we kind of need to team up together and we need to start speaking out and just be like, well, we don't want this shit here. You know. So I don't think they want to know what license, you know, what car has been used in a crime and this and that and this and that. I don't think they give a shit. It's just another way to fucking track us, you know. So, and of course I can't run down the road without license plates, you know, just because that's how it is. You know, you got to have plates. So, yeah, one way or another, you know, they get you. Can't have plates, or you have to have plates, or they give you a ticket for that or whatever. You know, that they want to rape you that way. And then if you do have plates, well, then they want to stalk you with cameras. You know. So, I don't know. It's mind blowing. I know, and we're in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, there's a border right over there, and there's a lot of shit that goes on at the border. By the time anybody ever realizes, you know, what car has been used in a crime and this and that and that and that and blah, 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 the car is going to be long fucking gone. You know, there's only one way to truly track a car, and that's to have a GPS tracker on it. But if the cops did that, you know, if they tried to put a tracking device on everybody's car without their permission, boy, would there ever be a hell of a lot of lawsuits going on. You know. So, and I don't know about over there in North Dakota. I don't think there's one in that town anywhere, you know, just right over there. I don't think they have any. Anyone, I don't think they would allow it. People over there, they are, I don't want to say that they're private, but, you know, they don't want their shit leaked out either. So, but they're on the North Dakota side, so they never really could come over here and bitch about that camera, you know. Like, I don't think they would have much power, you know, because they're actually from North Dakota. They're not here in Minnesota, so their vote would just get outvoted anyway. You know, it would just get thrown in the trash. So, but I don't think there's any along the way. Now, there are cameras. There's one between my house and the gas station. But those cameras are completely different. That is just for the weather. What that does is just takes a picture of both sides, like the east. Well, yeah, it would be the west and the east side of the road, like in that direction, and then it'll take one down looking straight at the road. All that is just for road reports, and you can actually look at that. You know, it's not live. It's not live. It just takes a picture every few minutes. And North Dakota has it. They have it on the interstate. They have one right there by the truck stop on that overpass. That's what that is. That's just a camera for the road. And then there's some up by the border. And then you got some along the interstate, you know, as you go along the interstate. So, but they don't take pictures of your license plate. That's not what they're for. They're just for road conditions. It just takes pictures of the road and what, you know, what's it like? Is it sunny out? Is it cloudy? Like, is it foggy? Is it rainy? Is it icy? Whatever. It's just for the road. It's not for anything else. So I don't mind those cameras because all they do is just take pictures of the road. These license plate readers take a picture of my license plate and then the full picture of my vehicle. So, and I don't like that. You know, now I'm not sitting here saying that I do stuff that's, you know, illegal or wrong. I just believe in my privacy. You know, I believe in my privacy laws and my rules, and, you know, and I don't like my stuff being violated. You know, and then on top of that, not to say anything to me, not to send me a letter in the mail or to make a post on Facebook saying, hey, we're going to put one in this area. What do you think? You know, it's basically just a fuck you, deal with it. We're going to scan your fucking plate regardless. Okay, well then I'm going to put a goddamn license plate blocker on it then. You know, so I can't believe it. You know, especially for out here, you know, basically in the boonies, or basically in the middle of fucking nowhere. So, and then to put one in such a small little fucking town with probably less than 10 people living in it, mind blowing, you know. So, but it's solar powered. So technically it's not drawing any energy or electricity off the main grid. You know, it's its own power station. So, because it's got the solar panel on it, but I don't know. Just in my 2 cents, I'm against it. I don't like them, but they're probably always going to have that there until a big of enough riot happens. Now, if I would actually get people on my side in this community, on my side, and we actually did something about it, you know, if we teamed up together and said, hey, get this piece of shit out of here, you know, then we'd have a fighting chance, and I'd actually team up with people and try to get this thing out of here, you know. But knowing that I'm basically just going to be a lone wolf in this, because I have nobody's back, you know, then I have to fight these battles alone, and I'm not going to win, obviously, because it's one person out of a million. So, you know, all I can do is just bring awareness to it and be like, hey, if you're driving through here, yada yada yada, you know, it's just like, be careful, because there's a license plate reader, you know, which I was not aware of. Nobody told me about it. So that right there is a violation of my privacy, because you didn't even say anything about it, you know. So, but, and I think I tried to Google it or look it up online to see if there was a website that showed where all license plate readers are at, because, you know, somebody's got to be tracking these things as well, like, you know, like another person like me. But I'm not having any luck finding anything, so I guess if anybody knows anything of a website that lets you know where these are at, I guess let me know. But as far as I know, there's only that one right over there in that little town. And I'm not saying the little town's name, just I don't really want to put, you know, the town on blast as of right now. But for people around here that do watch my videos, you'll know. And people in that town will know if there's anybody in that town that watches my bullshit videos. And then the same thing where my bank is at. If there's anybody in that town that watches my bullshit videos, well, if you're not aware of it, you are now. There's a license plate reader there. That's because that's the exact same motherfucking thing that I seen in that stupid video. It's the same goddamn thing. And I'd like to know who the hell paid for that. Oh, I'm sure we did. You know, it was taken out of our fucking taxes. You know, you could just do so much by just locking the freaking border up tighter than a tick's ass, and you wouldn't have these problems. You wouldn't need that stupid thing, probably. You know? So, I don't know, but I guess you guys tell me what you think about it, if you agree with having them or disagree or whatever, but I disagree. I don't want that fucking thing there. I don't want it anywhere. I don't want it anywhere that I have to fucking drive. Put it somewhere else where I don't drive then. But that's a main route from the border, you know, to wherever the fuck you're going in Minnesota. It's kind of like a main route. So, what do? You know? So, well, put it on the south side of the town where my bank is at, because I don't drive over there. So put it over there then. Get it away from my driving zone, you know. So, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm against having those stupid things. There's lots of other people that disagree with it, but I don't know about anybody around here. But if you go to other states and other towns, they'll sit there and say, "Oh, we don't want those fucking things here. We don't want to be tracked, yada yada yada," you know. And I feel the same way. But I don't know what people around here think of it. And I'll never know because, you know, we don't really ever talk and we don't team up together for certain things and yada yada yada. So, but I think if we were to is that the mail? Yeah, that's the mail coming, I guess. But yeah. If we I think we just need to team up and get that stupid thing out of here, you know. But we would have to team up together and try to get some kind of a protest going, you know, to get rid of it. I mean, yeah, me and a lot of other people around here, we don't like each other, yada yada yada. It's like, well, sometimes you just have to suck up your pride, you know, and get together and protest shit, you know. If there's something we don't agree about, we gotta get together and kick the shit out of here, you know. We gotta fight for it. So, can't just let one person do it because I'm never gonna win, so, you know. But I don't know, it really all just depends on what other people around here think of it. If they don't care about it, well, I guess whatever. But I don't like my license plate being scanned every time I come through freaking town, you know. It's ridiculous. So, needs to get the hell out of here. They need to put it somewhere else. So, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about that. That's just, you know, our little rant. That I disagree with that being there. That, yeah, we actually do have a fucking license plate reader here. I'm not happy about it. So, not that I do anything illegal, it's just that I don't like my license plate being scanned. There's no reason to have it being fucking scanned. So, it's nice to know that you don't trust normal people. I'm just a normal person that's just driving through fucking town, going to my bank to take out money and go get groceries. You know, I understand that, you know, you're taking pictures of license plates because the car could be stolen or could be used in a theft or some kind of a crime. Well, that's the thing. You don't know what car is being used in what kind of a crime, so therefore you just gotta take pictures of every fucking plate known to mankind. And I'm not okay with that. And I know that my information never gets deleted off that server. It's still on there. They're just constantly fucking updating it now. It's like I have my own little account. Because you know that they're running my fucking plate number, right? They run it through the database, which would be probably in Minneapolis, and then they can pull my name, my address, my license, my driver's license number, all that stuff, which is supposed to remain private. You know, the only time you're ever supposed to give out your driver's license is when you're either being pulled over by the police or you have to go to the courthouse to do something else that requires that. So, like, if I wanted to go and apply for a gun license to carry a gun, they would have to most likely have my driver's license or some other kind of an ID, you know, to prove who I am. That's the only time that you really need, that your driver's license needs to be, you know, shown. So, But to have it in some kind of a database where hackers can get to it, no, thank you. No, it doesn't need to happen. So, take the camera down, get it out of my fucking driving zone, put it somewhere else, and don't put it back up. Or put it up by the fucking border then. You know, because at the end of the day, I'm just either going to try to drive around the fucking license plate or the camera, or I'll just spend the fucking $400 and go get me a license plate blocker and then just block my license plate. You know, fuck it. And I can turn the damn thing on and off as I please. So, you know, I'm not concerned about regular people that are behind me. They read my license plate, okay, whatever. It's just the cameras. It's the damn cameras, because that all gets stored onto a fucking hard drive of some kind, and the hackers can get to it. You know, that's what I don't like about it. So, take the camera down. Get it out of here. I don't want it. But it would be interesting to see what other people think about it. So if you happen to have a YouTube channel, you know, leave a comment. You know, if you don't even have a YouTube, but you have a Facebook, look me up on Facebook and just message me on Facebook. You know, and like tell me what you think of it, because I would like to know. That's actually that's really a thing I would love to know from people around here. Or maybe you don't even know about it. Tell me that. Oh, well, I didn't know there was a license plate reader around here. Well, you fucking know now. So, because that doesn't need to be going on. Because I'm just like a lot of other people around here. I want my privacy to be hidden. You know, it's private for a reason. So, I don't need my data system or my license plate numbers and shit being all broadcasted all over the internet. Like, no wonder why crime has skyrocketed, you know? Stupid. So, but yeah, anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.